Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You have a romantic background there, Miss Raquel.
Do you like the piano?
I love it.
Yes.
Love that piano. I have aromatherapy going on here too. So
All right.
So,
Therapy Thursdays, I
yes.
guess, for the evening.
yes.
Whoever
Happy
works.
Thursday, yep. So we got a very special guest today. She's a longtime friend, an amazing female DJ, passionate with unforgettable beats, and she'll keep you dancing all night long. Let's welcome DJ KrisCut
Yay.
in the building.
Yay, KrisCut.
Where's she?
Hi, ladies.
Let's bring her.
Hello. Welcome.
What's up? Hi. Great to be here. Happy Thursday to you guys.
Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We're so
glad
happy
it's
to have
almost
you.
Friday.
Hey, happy to be here. I mean, shoot, it's Thursday night. I usually don't stream Thursdays, so kind of glad we were able to make it work.
Yes.
Very grateful to be here. Thanks for the invite, ladies.
Yes.
Thanks for being
Yes.
here. So, Kris, we know you're originally from California, and you were already a DJ there, correct?
Yes.
So, how did you transition from California to Vegas? Was it easy?
Well, I wasn't, when I first moved out here to Vegas, I wasn't a DJ immediately. I was a DJ, but it wasn't like, okay, I'm going to do this thing full time. I was actually selling vitamins. So I had something to, so what happened was I actually contacted, it's called Vitamin World. If you ever been to any of the Vitamin Worlds, I was working at Vitamin World and I said, hey, I'm moving to Vegas. Do you guys have an opening for me? And they said, yeah, sure. And it worked out fine as an associate. So I still had like that day job thing going on. And I wasn't really focused on like pursuing DJ too much, pursuing it. I knew I wanted to do it, but the main reason I was very excited to come to Vegas and people didn't know was because I was graduating college, and for my senior project, I told them for my senior project I was going to try to like get an internship on the radio or try to share my experience trying to become a DJ in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So so it kind of worked out where it's like I moved out here because it was like I was already graduating college, and then I was majoring in music business, and I said, hey, for my senior project, because we get to choose what we want to do, I'm gonna let you guys know how I did in Vegas my first year, I guess, my first few months. And I don't even remember what I presented. I can't even think. I don't know what I said or whatever, but apparently I graduated, so it worked, whatever.
Well, that's good. I know I don't remember a lot in college either, I'm sure.
Right.
But you mentioned that you had a day job. Do you have a day job now, or is DJing your full-time career?
It is definitely a full-time career, and alongside with that, my husband and I work together under an event company. So sometimes when they need like staffing, I just work with them as staff. So I'll be like the one taking like names of people like at these events and stuff, like all the fun grunt work that we get to do.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
Yeah. So I mean, like to help out, and it puts a little bit of extra money in my pocket, even though I'm already kind of busy. If I can do that for our event company, I'm happy. So yeah.
Nice.
Before we touch back into with your husband and what you collaborate with him when you guys do your events, I want to touch based on when you first started here in Vegas. Like, do you recall your first gig and what club, if it still exists?
It's not even here anymore, right? So yeah, it was Risque, which is his residency.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Risque at the Paris is now Chateau. And yeah. You guys have you guys ever been
together with you?
You have pictures of it? Oh yeah, we have a lot of pictures at Risque.
We hung out a lot on Risque, yeah. It was fun. Good time.
Yeah. Vic was my kind of wing woman, she was kind of like my request blocker too.
Bodyguard.
Like, get out.
I was her bodyguard.
She was. She get like stink eye to people trying to come up and talk to me for requests and stuff.
She's that bodyguard style. Yep, that's Vic. All right.
Yes, that's Vic.
So with regards to DJing here in Vegas, like as a female, what have you seen like that's been the biggest change or from the previous, starting from beginning of Vegas and how it was just male dominant, kind of, I would say, and giving the opportunities to us, to your guys' female, and bringing you guys up on the platform as them. What have you seen? What can you comment on that?
Currently there is a ton of us here, but I do remember being able to count the amount of female DJs that I knew of, at least, that were active on the Strip. So this year literally is my 20th year here in Vegas. Like, I've been here doing this for 20 years, like since I moved here in June of 2003. I want to say one of my first gigs was around August, September. So literally it is kind of like my 20-year anniversary as a Vegas DJ. But it was never like straight through always DJing. I did have breaks there. Like, it wasn't like for 20 years I've been DJing straight. I did have a couple of times in my career where I had to I lost a venue because they were shutting down or the music format changed. So it was definitely not smooth. But now, yeah, tons of us females here in the city.
Yay.
Yeah. So happy to see that.
Did you do anything before when you started DJing? Like, what influences you kind of wanted to get there, but you were like still thinking of being in the work field? What made you just say, you know what, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to pursue this? So what was that break?
I think what had happened was, just the fact that there were so few of us female DJs doing vinyl. I mean, it was vinyl or CDs back then, right? So I was hauling around 2.5 crates, like 2 big bags of vinyl, another little half bag. That was my little, crate, my actual crates of records. And I just think the availability of DJs with that kind of collection, really helped me, because, they're like, okay, well, we want female DJs that can actually DJ, which was, it was like that's a touchy subject, right? Because I remember reading ads for was that Craigslist that said we will train the female DJ, I think it's kind of
creepy.
just look cute, just look cute and pretend, but you couldn't pretend back then because it was records, right? So that was a little bit of a difference. And then what happened was it got around that I was one of the female DJs that can do vinyl. So I booked Risque, Ice, Club Rio. Those were the circle of clubs that were close to the Strip back then. So yeah, that made me jump into it, quit the day job and just go for it. So
good for you.
Yeah. So who taught you how to DJ then? Since you started off with vinyl, right? So I'm sure there was, okay, I gotta start, I gotta start somewhere, right? So someone who taught you?
It happened by accident. My hubby now is my teacher. So I fell in love with my teacher, is what I say and joke around about. You didn't know that, but it's funny because he was actually just a really good friend that I could rely on. And back in 2001, 2002, I had gone through a serious breakup. I was clubbing. I was trying to meet boys, kind of trying to figure out what you want, in a relationship. I'd come out of a long-term relationship and I just wanted a party. And Sheridan, DJ Slip, my hubby now, he was a resident DJ at many Hollywood clubs and at one club in Redondo Beach called Latitudes or Chillers. And he would go every weekend, Saturday night at 9:00, bring all his equipment, set up and DJ, end up at 2, and then go home. So I would tag along. And while he's DJing, I didn't even have any interest in DJing. I just wanted to drink, hang out with my friends, and meet boys, so, and he was just my friend. And I was I was like, dude, I just want to, have fun. And then eventually I'm watching him do this every weekend. One day I just said, hey, can you kind of teach me how to do that? And he's like, what? Teach you how to DJ? I'm not yeah, I think I could do it. I said it like that.
And you guys were still were you guys just friends at the time when he taught you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were just friends.
So you really fell in love with your teacher.
I did. Yeah. Really did. So corny, huh?
Is this a back in the day photo of you guys, or how far away did you guys?
That was actually, I think, at Risque, but yeah, that's
Really?
him.
That's cute.
Hey, you need to send me where you guys dug up some of these photos, Vic, because I know some of these are like.
It's still my photo album, so
I would love. Yeah, I would love if you sent us those.
I know we know each other the longest, college days, and that's how I met you through Mark's cousin, Bill. And you and Sheridan were the first people that actually helped Mark to be a DJ and train and go out there. So yeah, back in the days, it was crazy, and we love hanging out with you guys. And then Puma days, retro.
Are these the pictures that you want to bring up? Is this the crew?
Yeah, Pure.
Yes, look at Vic there.
Oh my God, how tiny we're crazy, and but it was.
We
fun
were tiny.
with you. We're like, I'm with the DJ.
Yes, we got to say, I'm with the DJ. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah,
really, really fun. So, what's the what was your impression of us when you met us, or like when you met me, Mark?
Well, you guys weren't married yet. You guys weren't married. You were just dating, right? So I mean, you guys were like this cute couple. And then I was like, yeah, she's fun.
Well, I really thought like, wow, she looks intimidated, because we played poker with you too. So yeah, we played poker with Sheridan and Christine. It was crazy. They were like really serious poker players.
Really?
My bestie Abby's asking what college you guys went to.
Oh, where did
I went? Yeah.
Did you guys go to the same college, or is just college days where you guys? Oh, okay. So you
college days, yeah.
Got it.
So UNLV, and then
I went to Cal Poly Pomona.
Yeah,
Southern California. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cal Poly Pomona, the Broncos. So, but Vic, Vic. Oh, sometimes after work. Yeah, but not like the way I used to. Yeah, I used to play a lot, but not as much.
Like tournaments, like those poker, like world poker tournaments.
Yeah,
really?
I think I went with you a couple times. It was fun to watch you and Sheridan. So that's how I kind of I got trained by like the good people. I was like, ooh, I can BS these people because
Vic has a great poker face.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Chris, she kind of taught me. So Chris and Sheridan.
Yeah. No, but Vic's poker face is amazing. Don't ever play poker against her. She's a great liar. Right, Vic? Vic learned how to bluff. I was like, what?
I think there were times where Chris, she was mad. But
overall, I'm a sore loser. I'm like, Vic, did you just bluff me? I'm so mad at you right now.
But overall, we grew up our friendship, back in the days, and they're our godparents for Ryu. So
I do have
life
a picture of that one.
Yes.
So cute.
Look how little. Oh my god.
I know. He's now 14 or something.
Yeah, 14, but definitely we'll reunite. I know life happened and how busy we are, but we'll always keep in touch, and then it's just like coming back
some poker again.
Yes. With all the DJs.
We do. We should all have a poker night, even if you guys don't know how to play. We'll just all learn. Just do it. Yeah, we'll teach you. We'll teach you. You don't even watch World Series of Poker.
Where I work, I see it daily. I just never had an attraction or interest. I do slots, just what? Yeah, that's what I do.
B-Stang is down.
Abby. Oh, let's go. Poker night at someone's house. Let's go.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun with like friends, and then with drinks or something.
So let's talk back with the business with your husband. So how did that come about with like coming into Vegas? Did he already had a business? Was it established? And are you guys do events here in Vegas, or is it anywhere else where people just need like a booking?
Well, it's definitely been a progression. We both moved here. I mean, he moved here because he was the one that got selected to audition for Risque. I guess somebody heard a mixtape of his or something at a mall. I know this is such a crazy story. Like at a mall, they're like, "Who is this mixtape CD, whatever, of him and another friend of ours, DJ Junebug? There's from LA, not the Junebug that a lot of people know, like less. I don't want to say he's lesser known, but our friend Junebug. Yeah, him and my hubby now, they went to audition. They're like, let's just go to this audition and hope for the best. You know, they were still living in LA, DJing Hollywood clubs together. And, you know, it was kind of like they auditioned and they kind of like fell in love with Sheridan, my hubby's government name, Sheridan. Sheridan. But, you know, they fell in love kind of like with, you know, how he was with his music. Because, you know, back then, like I said, if you didn't have the music collection, like especially everyone in the chat that was a vinyl DJ, like you couldn't get booked because you couldn't be like, hey, you know, I need to borrow, like download your hard drive or whatever. We had to have been collecting records for years already. So at that point, I had been collecting records for 2 years. Sheridan and I share records, you know, like it was definitely a pricey career too, because you had to put back, like imagine buying a record for $11-12, right? To get one song, because you just want that one song, right? You don't even need the rest of the whole album.
And you had to buy two,
you know,
right? Did you have to buy
two? Yeah, see, you know, you buy two because if in case, you know, the DJ wants to do some doubles and tricks, you know. So, you know, but we've definitely progressed from, back to your question, from just being regular, you know, just DJs to like actually like owning a business, or like for me, streaming. We never knew these tangents would occur, you know, but I still do the clubs and the lounges, but we've been so lucky that Vegas has so much to offer as far as for DJs that we were able to get different kinds of work and, you know, different experiences for us to be able to, you know, build like into companies and stuff like that.
But
do you still have your records?
Married?
Oh, sorry, Rika.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Do you still have your records, your vinyl?
We have them in storage, but if you had to ask me to like do a DJ set right now, there's something about like, you know, we all are like, know, like when you repeat a certain process, it's like clockwork. So imagine it back then, I would do 6 hours at Risque by myself with 2.5 bags of records. If I had to do that now, I would say I'd probably fail, because you forget what your records look like. You forget, oh, this side is scratched on the B side. Oh, this side skips, or you know, like there's so much that goes into vinyl DJing that I think people don't realize. You know, like it's crazy. But I do. I actually have some in front of me. I should make that a challenge. Like, hey, mix a few records together. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
And Twitch would be fun because
that would
be a fun wheel for it, you know.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people
record, hey, did you guys ever own this one? And then play the tunes. And if it sounds warped, I think that's the fun of it, because then you know, you play backwards, you know, coming into Halloween. I mean, it's gonna sound like kind of gothic ugly, but
but or if it has a skip and it just skips in one place repetitively, and then you're like, shit. And then you're like, how do you get out of that? You know?
That's like when they say that term, you know, you sound like a broken record, and the kids today have no idea what that means. They're like, what?
Sound like a broken. It's on repeat because it's scratched in like one particular spot, and he keeps going back to the same spot. Yeah.
So did you guys ever, you and your husband ever DJ together? Had an opportunity here in Vegas or what? Yeah.
We did. Yeah. So Vic, you went to Aloha Kitchen, right? A few times when we did Aloha Kitchen. So Aloha Kitchen was like the underground hip hop scene that we helped throw. It was called Fundamentals. It was on at Aloha Kitchen on Decatur and Sahara. That we used to always get our friends to go there. But every Thursday night, we would all bring the setup. We'd have all the b-boys show up, and like whoever wanted to DJ. There wasn't really a thing. We did it more for the love of that kind of culture. Remember, like the underground hip hop, and just having the space for like that hip hop scene here in Vegas. I don't remember if we got paid for those nights, really, because like I said, it was really definitely like more for us to have something to do. Yeah, networking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you guys at least get food?
Yes. At least we're not.
That was the payoff.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, at a discount, you know, you can only get a certain amount for free, right? And you still bought drinks for your friends, so in essence, you kind of like paid for the event.
You lost money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. We didn't make money. Yeah, I think we did get paid a little bit, honestly, but then we would like split it, like even if it was like $50 or something for the 2 or 3 DJs that were there, right? So
does your husband still DJ now?
He does. So he really transitioned to more of he's an amazing wedding DJ. Like I never thought, like I just like see the transformation from club DJ to like wedding DJ. Yeah, it's hard, you guys. Wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
B Stang says he loves you guys, by the way, Kris. He loves you and your husband. And he said on the chat right now that he met you guys in Zanzibar, in Santa Monica. And I think I was there when he met you guys for the first time, but it was in Santa Monica.
15 years ago. Wow.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was more than that because I know B Stang. I thought you DJ'd with Slip, with Sheridan. Probably like DMK days, like overlapping, but I could be wrong because I think when Sheridan left, I think B started doing like some stuff for DMK.
For Doug,
right?
Yeah.
20 years, yeah.
Long time. So do you think it's like a plus to be able to DJ with your husband? Like as a DJ, have your husband there?
Is it intimidating? Does he like you? If I DJ and my husband was with me, I don't know how I would do it.
Does Chris's face say it all? Or?
It's kind of funny because you like, I don't know how to describe it because like we've done a couple of events together where it was like back to back, but like it's really hard for me to like go to his event or for him to go to mine. Kind of like, you know, we have a similar style, but because he did teach me, but we don't like going to each other's gigs unless we really have to, because you know it's kind of like it's funny. Work, you know.
Do you usually critique each other if you get together? Like, hey,
maybe kind of like, oh, that was terrible, you know, like
oh no,
like oh, that was critical, you know, but
well, at least you guys keep it real.
Yeah. Right? No, but the best part though about being, you know, married to a DJ for me, you know, like as a DJ, is like we can come home from a shitty night somewhere, like somebody really pissed us off, and we can vent to each other and be like, oh, this happened to me. This happened to me. And there's so much understanding. There's so much trust too. Because imagine I'm out 2 or 3 in the morning. He would be out like 3 or 4 in the morning. It's not like, where are you? Why aren't you in bed? You know, like, you know, so I don't know if any of you guys have had that issue with your DJ husbands and stuff where you're kind of like, well, it's getting a little bit too late. Like, where are you? You know,
we're not a DJ, so what's our excuse, right?
No, but I mean, as a DJ wife, because you guys are DJ wives, right?
Absolutely,
you know,
I just want you just want to know they're alive,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Kris, if you're out till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and Slip is home, you know, he's probably like, "Is she okay?" You know,
hey, can you bring me some food home?
Oh yeah, can you bring me food as well? There's been more moments too. Yeah, I'll try to sober up somewhere, so I'm like playing a slot machine, and I'll lose track of time, and then he's kind of like, "Oh shit, I hope she's alive." And then we've had a couple arguments. It's like, at least text me, you know. But you know, after if I'm drinking at the club, I'll be in the casino just trying to like make sure it wears off before I drive, kind of thing, you know.
So do you gamble, Kris?
Oh, I love to play like penny slots, and I take my mom to bingo when I can. So I still like gamble. Yeah,
I haven't done bingo. That's something
we should do that. That's fun.
I think Vegas is pretty fun, right?
With mimosas, yes, with mimosas,
with anything.
Let's do it.
With anything.
Ooh, Abby likes bingo too. We should all go. I love
bingo.
But
I think Kris, you would be so good. I remember we were like stamping cards. You were like, I was like, what the heck? Like, and then she would. I think I remember this. You would like, you forgot this, Vic. You forgot these numbers. I was like,
I know. Looking at her paper, like.
Yeah, it goes fast.
We went.
Now you can just get that machine now, right? Instead of,
yes.
or are you guys old school and you need to?
No, I'm not old school. I love the machine because I can play solitaire and then just say bingo when I'm good. But yeah, Kris was such a pro at it. So
we actually play bingo on my stream. We have a bingo extension on Mondays. So did you see it, Vic? Weren't you in the stream on Monday when I played stream bingo? So it's like people play bingo while I'm playing a song. So like say each number, like 1 through whatever, say I have 35 numbers. It says, oh, KrisCut has 40 people in the chat. That's number 1. KrisCut sings along. That's like number 2. Like that kind of thing. So something happens in the stream. Yeah, it gets marked off. And then people look for that on Monday nights. And then Sister Bird, one of my mods in the chat, she always like makes sure it's like running smoothly, you know? So that's our bingo. That's how much I love bingo, but I also hate it when I'm playing real money bingo and I lose because you're putting money in real money bingo, you know?
So, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Since we're talking about Twitch, tell us a little bit about it. I know you used to stream a lot during the pandemic. Like how often do you stream now? And tell us like the difference between, you know, from when you started and how it is right now.
Man, right now I totally like feel like I'm I want to stream more, but my body is like, no, you need to sleep because you're crazy, because I've been traveling a lot and working and DJing a lot. But I used to do like an average of 140 hours a month on Twitch when pandemic. So it was at like 20 to 30 hours a week. It would just be a whole like just playing records and having drinks with people and like chatting and cry. I would cry on my stream. I had no shame, man. I'm like my own drama.
No breaks. No breaks.
No. Oh well, I mean, I feel like for me, like when I'm DJing, like it's kind of relaxing to me. It's like not work for me, right? I'm hanging out with my friends. It's not work. So I feel like, you know, and we chat like this. Like some people don't like people talking while music is going on, but there's this our niche of our community. You get to know the streamer, the personality, you know, like Beastang like you know, like Beastang has his thing. I'm team no sleep. I have my air horn, like things like that. Like yeah, you discover so much more about me. I feel like my Twitch family and community knows more about me than my actual family. Like the things I say. Right?
I believe like, that sometimes it's like what you put out there and you don't realize in conversation and just like having fun and having topics relatable to everybody that's all over the world, that you're like, wow, okay. And that's what people enjoy too, because it's like literally a therapy, counseling. It's like a vibe that is just like you're in Vegas and somebody may be in Europe or somewhere, and it's like they're still on and you're just like appreciative, you know, that they're on and they're enjoying your music and giving you support. So with Twitch, how is it different now that when the pandemic happened, you were full on Twitch mode, no sleep, and now you get back into the clubs and doing lounges? Like, is the people like you wish they were Twitch people sometimes? Because sometimes like, people are when they're out there and they're like requests, or they're just, you know,
yeah, that's still the same thing. Like, you know, I feel like the respect for us DJs has gone down a little. You see all the stories of people like throwing drinks at the DJ or like jumping up on the stage and like, or like people said people were trying to close their DJ laptop because they didn't like what they were playing. I mean, there's just no level, like that level of like respect for what we do. It's like there's like some entitlement for people with requests even more now. Because back then we would be like, I don't have that record. Sorry, absolutely no. Now they expect you to like download that shit like on the spot, right? Like download it now, play it for me next. Like, you know, and we're like, man, I'm not a jukebox, you know? So,
do you have any crazy stories of someone that disrespected you or that you wanted to punch in the face?
Oh man, many times. I wish. Do you guys have 4 hours? No, I'm just kidding. I feel like it's also not to be like, I feel like a tita or whatever, but it's like a lot of the younger kids. You know what I mean? Like, just real quick example, I was at a venue and this guy comes up to me. He's like, hi, can I make a request? Can you play Avicii? You know, well, I forgot the name of the Avicii song or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I look at my beats per minute as a DJ, like what am I currently playing? I said, oh, I can play it in 2 songs. And he goes, can you play it next? And I go, are you gonna tip me? And he goes, no, do you know how much I lost in the casino? And I'm like, well, I just was like, that was a wow moment for me. Like, I said I was gonna play it, but now that you were a jerk about it, I'm not gonna play it.
Guess what?
That's funny because we did talk about that on a podcast about how tipping makes a difference. Everyone. Right. So
and the approach too, like how DJ Inkfag was saying that it depends on how, if they're drunk or very
the respect.
Yeah, they're just demanding, kind of like I'm like, if you're the only person in the club, in the lounge, and you want to hear, then just go home and put on your freaking Spotify AirPods and do your thing. I'm like, relax, you know. And that's the part where people don't understand and don't respect that you're there to do. You know, you're contracted to do a job for these hours for everybody. So guess what? You're just not the only person there. So it's challenging sometimes, and I think the young people just want to thrive on what they want to hear at that moment because their attention span is very. Before we go to the next one, I do want to hear like my song, and sometimes it doesn't happen.
On the flip side, Kris, what would be your like best gig that you ever had, if you could? Pick one?
Well, somebody asked me about that, and I can't remember like a super extra. Like, I never played any like huge festivals, but I can say like that I did get to travel a lot back then in the MySpace days, and it's come full. MySpace days, because I got booked a lot because of MySpace, that social media bubble, and then 20 years later because of Twitch, it's come full circle. I wish, if you guys give me a moment, I would be able to like. Wish I could hook up it was my bad I didn't hook up my computer, because I always show slideshows of all the like meetups and the people I take selfies with, like community. But I'll have to share that maybe on another interview if we do it again. But I've been so blessed because of Twitch, because the community is so supportive, like that. I've been able to travel, go to some meetups, meet people in person, because I feel like this human connection. I was reading this thing like, we leave this earth. We can't take the things that, you buy, that nice car, that fancy house. But, if you got to hug somebody that is so excited to meet you for the first time, or, take a selfie with somebody that have never left their city, but you got to go to their city and they're like, I got to see you finally after 3 years. It's such a journey, this Twitch stuff, so I could say like right now I'm living, this is like my favorite time, I think, in my DJ career, where it's not like a particular club, but moments where I get to really connect with my Twitch family. So I think that's pretty much.
I love
experiences over things. Yeah.
You were just in Hawaii too, right? With
workplay.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah. AJV said at Hawaii to Oakland to LA, all within like a month and a half. And I'm going to Seattle on Sunday.
Fun.
So just to like see people, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, my wallet's crying a lot right now. But I mean, somebody like, I heard somewhere, you can always get money back, but you can't get your time back, right? You can always make money. You can always like, so I'm like, okay, I gotta make this up somewhere.
So when you travel, Kris, what's your favorite music? What's on your iPod? What's something that you like to enjoy, and you make sure you have a great trip, plus that music that just zones you out?
Always my 90s R&B girl. 90s R&B and hip hop. Yeah, that 90s stuff. That Vic was like, for the story, what 90s song do you want? I was like, oh, you just choose. I don't know. I just love the 90s, like, 90s. That's definitely, when I started DJing 2001, we were playing all the 90s R&B, like, like all that 112 and Next and Too Close. That was like prime time when we were like in like, LA, like Redondo Beach. So all that stuff,
That's awesome. What would be one thing that people wouldn't know about you? I know you share a lot in Twitch, and probably people know everything. I mean, do they know your blood type? I don't know.
I don't even know my blood type, girl. So I'm like, I don't know either. I've never broken a bone in my body. Never had to knock on wood, like go to the hospital for anything. So I don't know any of that stuff either. So I know. Like,
oh, what would your husband say? Something different, or something that he wouldn't probably. Do you guys have cute nicknames for each other? I don't know. Do you guys
no.
do you sleep like in your onesie? I don't know, like something fun.
Oh no, he's listening right now. Let's see. Let's listen. Let me see. I think he's listening because he's picking up a friend from the airport. I'm like, you better listen.
What's up, Sheridan?
He's gonna. Let's see. He'll be like, oh great, she called me out. Whatchamacallit? Oh, that's a good. I mean, like a general question about me or my habits or personality, or I don't know.
Just something that people probably wouldn't think, like anything, like that would be fun.
Spontaneous, weird stuff. Do you watch a show?
Weird stuff, like
weird.
Leave it to Vic.
I'm
always
weird,
ask.
Tell us something weird.
Oh, okay. This is kind. Oh man, I think I shared this on my stream. I have a birthmark in the worst place ever.
Ooh,
like
not visible, obviously.
You can't see it. I have a birthmark in the worst place ever, and it's like literally like in between my butt cheeks.
Oh,
I'm trying to do a visual.
Let's say. So how did you know? Like you look underneath or something?
It's not like in the happy place. The happy place.
Or sad place.
It's in the place that your bidet just cleaned Grubber One. He was sitting on the toilet. Oh my gosh. So I have a birthmark there, and then it's pretty big. It looks like a continent or something.
Hawaii in California.
Like I can't wear a thong. Let's just put it that way. I can't wear a thong on the beach because then you'd see it definitely. But
that is like definitely a very interesting fun fact.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't want to get into detail, but my mom and dad would always like poke into me and be like, "That's why you're so lazy. May balad sa puwet." Means you have a mole on your ass.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Filipino.
Filipino parents when I would like not do something because may balad ka sa puwet. You're so lazy.
Would they tell people?
No, they would tell me when they would get mad at me. That's how
privately.
They
okay.
That's they, like when
my parents would probably tell people in front of.
Really?
Yeah. Right.
Filipino parents have no shame.
No shame at all.
No shame.
No filter. No filter. No shame.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Funny.
But so that's a fun one, I guess. I'm like turning red, but I think I shared that in my chat one time too.
Anything spontaneous that you did? Like
and for about my birthmark? What?
Oh, no, anything. No, not your birthmark. Just anything in general.
Yeah, Vic wants to know if you've done anything spontaneous with your birth.
Like don't paint it red or something. No.
Oh, I actually thought when I first saw it, like I was like, did I not wash myself properly? Like, and I was like rubbing on it and scrubbing it. I was like, it's not like coming off. And so I was like, okay. Anyway, it's spontaneous. Butt stuff. Grubber wants that butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
Spontaneous butt stuff.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so. See?
That's funny. That sounds like it would be like a D Styles break cover.
Yeah, his cover. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Oh my God. Too funny.
So, Kris, would you ever move out of Las Vegas, or did you realize that Las Vegas was going to be something temporarily, depending on how, the business was going to go with DJing, or did you kind of something made it kind of more promising for you guys to stay here in Vegas with the opportunities or family? I don't know if you have family here or whatnot.
Yeah, definitely, because we realized how much opportunity there was for DJs out here. Like, and then it was only been a few years ago that my husband joined a team of DJs from Chicago called like Mode Events, and then he ran Mode Las Vegas.
Nice.
And then so I mean, he runs like a lot of the daytime stuff for that company now. So just Vegas is such a good hub. We can't move back to LA or any other city because Vegas really is 24 hours, and we like to eat at all hours of the night. Mm-hmm. Just randomly go to the casino and play some penny slots at like 3 or 4 in the morning. You can't do that like anywhere else, right? Or can't go to Roberto's, open 24 hours if you're craving a burrito. So I think Vegas is definitely going to be our home, like unless we hit the lottery or something, and then even then, so I still think we would stay here.
Good.
So, yeah. So,
any other questions you girls want to ask before we wrap this up and appreciate her time coming in with us?
Do you like to cook or you go out to go eat?
She likes to go out, Vic.
yeah, I definitely enjoy the food, but it is pricey for us. Yeah, so I like my bacon, eggs, and rice, or spam, eggs, and rice. I just made like bacon, eggs, spam, and rice with pork links for me and my mom. My mom lives with us, by the way.
Nice.
So yeah, so I have Mama Cut. They call her Mama Cut.
You have her on Twitch too, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, she's been on Twitch.
I do have one that we want to show when you guys.
Yeah.
I love that she's so engaged with you. That's good.
Yes, Noxamon just had Tocino spam. Oh my gosh, Noxamon. Yes, that's what I cooked, Tocino spam for mom and me and Sheridan.
But Chris, where do you and Sheridan?
Yeah, so that moment that you saw.
Where do you guys like to go out to eat?
Oh no,
what's your favorite spot?
Oh man, we definitely love all you can eat sushi, oxtail soups, like Beast said, and we used to get free buffets all the time. So boo COVID, you messed it up, right? COVID messed it up because majority of the buffets closed because you couldn't be close to people.
The good ones are gone.
But we have a lot of opportunities with Foodie Fest, like a lot of like the food trucks, like events like that. I think we have a plus with everything all around food. That's the bad thing about it. But you get to appreciate and learn and, get different appetites with all nationalities that's out there with so much food. Like you can go with any genre of food, like with music, in Vegas. So it's very fulfilling, I would say.
Hard to choose for sure where you want to eat. Like if you go to Uber Eats and you're like, find this, there's like 40 restaurants. Olive Garden. Hey, I used to love Olive Garden as a kid. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty good. Olive Garden's pretty good.
Yeah, I used to love it as a kid. Still like it once in a while. Why not, But that's Vegas though, right? A lot of the restaurants move to Vegas because they're like, if we make it in Vegas, we've pretty much made it, right? So we get to have a diverse range of restaurants come here and we get to try it if you can afford it, depending on your budget, because they are getting pretty pricey now. And
so what are your upcoming gigs for the month? You're booked for the month of September, where people can check you out. I know it's into the Labor Day weekend and people are going to be here, and so they got to know where to go.
Yeah, well, since Labor Day weekend, I have one gig at Mirage Rum Bar, 9 to 1 a.m. And then I have another gig at a restaurant. So I'm still diverse with my gigs. 9 to 1 at Lotus of Siam, the Thai restaurant.
I've been wanting to go there.
You've been wanting to go there.
Yes.
Yeah, try that
Wait,
out.
which location?
And then I fly out to Seattle. The one in Red Rock. Yeah, the newest one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you go. Are you going to Seattle to see DJ Asia? That's what Abby wants to know.
Unfortunately, I am. We are. How do I say this? I guess we're no longer friends. So I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go see her. That's okay.
Sorry.
We're not friends.
Sorry,
we had a falling out.
Right.
That's okay. But difference of opinion or whatever she wants to call it. But I'm gonna leave it at that. And
you didn't hear it from here. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Life
it's
happens.
okay. I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
Like the whole pandemic, we all gained people and lost people. You know what I mean? It's a part of life. Different. How many years that you might be a friend with somebody. Sometimes other friends get phased out, and other friends you become closer to other people. That's okay, because we all are different people every year. We change. So
yes, definitely.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being in our show. Tell us, where can people find you?
Social media. Yeah, social media definitely. On across all platforms. I believe it's DJ KrisCut on Instagram, on Twitch. I think on Twitter I am DJ KrisCut, but I'm not really active on Twitter. I don't have TikTok. Sorry. That's one thing I don't have. TikTok.
Your TikTok is on Twitch because that's even better.
Yeah, right. Pretty much. So,
and do you do mixes? Do you upload mixes? Anybody wants to hear when they're traveling? They want to listen to one of your mixes?
Yeah, I have like really old mixes. Mixcloud.com. DJ KrisCut on there, and nice. I believe that should be it. Yeah, for social media, but you could definitely find me on Twitch. I definitely pop up a lot. I try to still do
like your schedule, what you have going on. You got September almost booked, right? So
yeah, so that's and then that's gonna change because I said September is a rough month. I'll be traveling with our event company Mode Events, doing like I told you, I got to do like this other staff stuff. Like I'm not gonna be a DJ, so it was fun before a pandemic hit. I was doing that a lot with the event company, and then pandemic hit, so I'm just whenever they need me to go ahead and do that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
you get a different balance because then you stay a little bit like still networking, but still get to do your thing on these gigs. And you can come cross paths and get another opportunity out there. So that's good for you and your husband that this keeps you guys doing something for both of you guys, and it's successful. So we applaud you for that. And
thank you.
Anytime, obviously we're local, so anytime we'll probably be stopping by. I love
Let's go play bingo
outside.
Yes,
I'd rather do bingo. Yeah.
Let's do bingo on a Thursday night. We'll stream it because I did that one time. I streamed bingo from the bingo room on my Twitch.
The older ladies didn't get mad because they're focused.
That's fun.
Yes,
all right, good deal. We're gonna do it.
Yes, let's do it.
Thank you, KrisCut.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I really enjoyed talking with you ladies, and hopefully we can hang out in real life soon on a Thursday when you guys aren't interviewing. We can do some definitely maybe some like sushi and then bingo or vice versa.
Yes. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, guys.
Let's do it.
So thank you. Thank you so
everyone
much
for tuning in.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. All right, guys, I appreciate you so much. Miss Angel, be staying. Next naman. Oh my gosh, Angie, sister bird, made from scratch.
Yes. Viewers, comments, thank you for joining us and keeping us all fun for this awesome show. So thank you again, KrisCut. We'll see you around.
Bye, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.